Okay, so let me just say this about Sony considering giving back the Spider-Man projects to the MCU. I personally feel like it's about time because you cannot trust anything Sony has been doing for the last couple of years. Even though Sam Raimi's trilogy under Sony has been, well, I don't want to say that it's by Sony, but I think Columbia Pictures have done most of the Spider-Man trilogy. But I would like to think that maybe, just maybe, at some point in time, that we might see all of the Sony projects in the MCU in terms of like Madam Web, Venom, Kraven the Hunter. I think those are the only trilogies that I know were made by Sony, and they were not good. Almost all of them are not good. So we're finna dive into this article, and I'm gonna give you more overall thoughts on this, like always. So let's get to it. The Spider-Man franchise is once again a major topic of conversation with the release of Kraven the Hunter in theaters. The long-awaited Spider-Man spin-off revolves around the titular character from Marvel's library of comic books, with the mixed to negative reactions to the film. However, a new report has surfaced claiming that Sony is considering selling the Spider-Man rights back to Marvel. Kraven the Hunter is only the latest Spider-Man spin-off to be produced by Sony. The studio has also been involved with the Venom trilogy, Morbius, and Man of Web. Outside of the Venom films, however, the responses to Sony spin-offs have been largely negative. Reports have already surfaced claiming that Sony is putting their shared universe on pause. But now, this report claims they could be selling it all together. Actually, what I was gonna say before this app came off for me, about Scarlet, Dakota Johnson and Sydney Swinton came out and have some issues with filming Madam Web, of how bad the movie turned out, and you can tell that they really did not like being there. They were just forced to be in there, you know what I'm saying? And Madam Web, it did not look like a Spider-Man or a comic book movie. It was just a movie based on the character, and it was done poorly, and they all got in trouble for it, especially Dakota Johnson. I've done a video on that a while back, and you could go check it out. But Sydney Sweeney, however, I felt like, she did not want to be a part of it as well, because she was just being thrown in her, you know what I'm saying? And she could have been brought to the MCU as Black Cat. Like, if Spider-Man were to have a Spider-Man 4 film, they need to have they need to just bring Black Cat into the film. She was never been seen in live action, yet she was seen in video games. But honestly, I could see Sydney Swinton play Black Cat in Spider-Man 4, or if they're gonna probably do like a Spider-Man project featuring Black Cat, I could see Sydney playing the character. But as for Dakota Johnson, I don't think she's ever gonna play Madam Web again, or they could have brought in an older lady to play the character, because Sony did not stuck to the source material at all, and you could pretty much see it all over their face. Sony acquired the rights to Spider-Man long before the Marvel Cinematic Universe was established. Over the last decade, however, Sony has been collaborating with Marvel Studios to make Spider-Man part of the MCU. At the same time, Sony has been attempting to create their own Spider-Man universe without the beloved superhero. First of all, let me stop. How are you going to pretty much create a so-called universe without Spider-Man in it? That's like me cooking fried chicken and french fries without putting salt and pepper in it, and it's going to taste like complete garbage. Plain, terrible, no flavors at all. That's pretty much what I look at Sony. What I don't understand is that if you knew you was gonna make a bad movie, why would you even bother having Spider-Man a part of your, trilogy? It's kind of stupid, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man, but I'm just a little iffy about this whole thing. Now, according to Insider, My Time to Shine H, because this universe seems to have backfired, Sony might want to give the brand over to Marvel Studios after all. Here's what they shared. I hear Sony is seriously considering selling the Spider-Man IP back to Marvel. Well, I think I have a good feeling that this next Power Rangers video might be the right conversation for us to have, because at this point, Hasbro is just pretty much screwing up everything for Power Rangers right now, and Sony is considering giving Spider-Man back to Marvel.